The transformation of Princess Leonor of Spain into a future monarch has captivated millions around the world, and her journey represents one of the most fascinating evolutions in modern European royalty. Through carefully documented moments that reveal her dedication, discipline, and determination, we witness the making of a queen who will one day lead a nation into the future. Every photograph tells a story of sacrifice, growth, and an unwavering commitment to duty that few young people her age could comprehend, let alone undertake. This is not just about royal glamour or ceremonial appearances. This is about a young woman being forged in the crucible of responsibility, preparing to shoulder the weight of an entire kingdom. Born on October 31, 2005, Princess Leonor became heir to the Spanish throne the moment her father ascended as King Felipe VI in June 2014. From that pivotal moment, her life ceased to be entirely her own. While other teenagers were navigating typical adolescent concerns, Leonor was already being groomed for a role that demands excellence in diplomacy, military knowledge, cultural understanding, and the ability to represent an entire nation on the world stage. Her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, understood that preparing their daughter for this monumental responsibility would require more than just palace etiquette and ceremonial training. They envisioned a queen who would be educated, worldly, resilient, and capable of connecting with Spanish citizens from all walks of life. The earliest defining moments in Leonor's preparation came through her education choices, which reflected a modernizing monarchy willing to break with tradition for the sake of better preparing their heir. Rather than keeping her exclusively within Spanish borders, her parents made the bold decision to send her abroad for her education. She attended the prestigious UWC Atlantic College in Wales, where she lived in a modest dormitory, shared responsibilities with students from around the globe, and experienced a level of normalcy that few royals ever encounter. This wasn't simply about academic excellence, though she certainly achieved that. It was about understanding different perspectives, building resilience away from the protective cocoon of royal life, and learning to navigate the world as something more than just a princess. The images from this period show a young woman adapting, growing, and developing the independence that will serve her well as queen. Perhaps the most striking aspect of Leonor's preparation has been her military training, a requirement that historically applied primarily to male heirs but which she has embraced with remarkable dedication. Following in her father's footsteps, Leonor entered the General Military Academy in Zaragoza in August 2003, beginning a 3-year military education that will see her train with the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The photographs from her time at the academy reveal something profound about her character. We see her in full military uniform, participating in drills alongside other cadets, receiving no special treatment despite her royal status. Her hair pulled back severely, sweat on her brow during physical training, standing at attention during inspections. These images shatter any perception of a pampered princess playing at soldier. She wakes at dawn, completes grueling physical exercises, studies military strategy and history, and lives by the same strict code as every other cadet. This experience is deliberately challenging, designed to instill discipline, leadership skills under pressure, and an understanding of the military forces she will one day command as head of state. The ceremony marking her 18th birthday and her oath to the Spanish Constitution stands as another watershed moment in her journey. On October 31, 2003, before the Spanish Parliament, Leonor solemnly swore allegiance to the Constitution and to faithfully discharge her duties. The photographs from this historic occasion capture a young woman displaying remarkable composure and gravitas beyond her years. Dressed in an elegant suit, standing before the assembled representatives of the Spanish people, she delivered her oath with clear conviction. This was not merely a ceremonial formality but a binding commitment that legally and symbolically tied her fate to Spain's democratic institutions. Her father, King Felipe, watched with visible pride and perhaps a touch of recognition, having undertaken the same oath decades earlier. This moment transformed her legally and symbolically from simply a princess into the official heir, with all the weight and responsibility that title carries. Throughout her teenage years, Leonor has accompanied her parents to increasingly significant state events, each appearance serving as both training and evaluation. From welcoming foreign dignitaries to attending National Day celebrations, From presiding over cultural ceremonies to representing Spain at international gatherings, these occasions have allowed her to develop the poise, diplomatic skills, and public presence essential for a head of state. The photographs from these events show her evolution in real time. In earlier images, we see a young girl standing slightly behind her parents, observing and learning. In more recent photographs, she stands alongside them as an equal participant, engaging with guests, delivering speeches, and carrying herself with the confidence of someone who understands her future role. Her body language has transformed from cautious observation to assured participation, reflecting thousands of hours of preparation and experience. Leonor's relationship with her younger sister, Infanta Sofia, provides another humanizing dimension to her story. While Sofia does not carry the same burden of future queenship, the sisters share a bond that grounds Leonor in familial love and normalcy. Photographs of them together at events show genuine affection, shared glances of understanding, and the kind of sibling dynamic that reminds us that despite the crowns and titles, they remain sisters navigating an extraordinary childhood together. Sofia's presence in Leonor's life represents connection to something beyond duty, a reminder that she is more than her future title, that she has relationships and emotions and experiences that matter simply because she is human, not because she is royal. The linguistic and cultural preparation Leonor has undertaken also distinguishes her as a thoroughly modern heir. She speaks Spanish, English, and Catalan fluently, understanding that a diverse nation requires a monarch who can communicate across linguistic and cultural boundaries. Her education has included extensive study of Spanish history, constitutional law, international relations, and the arts. She has visited every region of Spain, learning about local traditions, economic challenges, and cultural distinctiveness. These experiences, documented in countless photographs showing her engaging with citizens from fishing villages to industrial centers, from agricultural communities to technology hubs, demonstrate a conscious effort to understand the full complexity of the nation she will one day represent. She is not being prepared to reign from an isolated palace but to lead with genuine knowledge of her people's diverse lives and concerns. The physical transformation visible in photographs spanning her childhood to present day tells its own compelling story. The little girl who once held her parents' hands at official events has grown into a poised young woman who stands independently, meets the gaze of world leaders, and commands attention through presence rather than position. Her fashion choices have evolved from age-appropriate children's clothing to sophisticated ensembles that balance royal tradition with contemporary style. Yet what strikes observers most consistently is not what she wears but how she carries herself, the straightened shoulders, the direct eye contact, the attentive listening posture that conveys respect and engagement. These are not innate qualities but learned behaviors, the result of countless briefings, etiquette lessons, and real-world practice in high-pressure situations. Behind every public appearance lies intensive preparation that the photographs cannot capture. Before each speech, she works with advisors to understand context, audience, and message. Before each ceremony, she reviews protocol, studies the history and significance of the event, and mentally rehearses her role. Before meeting foreign dignitaries, she learns about their countries, current bilateral relations, and appropriate cultural sensitivities. This invisible work underpins everything we see in those captured moments of grace and competence. She is essentially completing a decades-long apprenticeship for a job that demands perfection, allows no room for significant error, and will last until she either abdicates or dies. The pressure would crush most people, yet the photographs consistently show a young woman rising to meet each challenge. As Leonor continues her military training and prepares for the next phases of her education, which will likely include university studies focused on history, law, or international relations, Spain watches with a mixture of pride, curiosity, and hope. She represents continuity with a centuries-old institution while embodying the values and capabilities of her generation. The monarchy's survival in modern Spain depends partly on its ability to remain relevant and respected, and Leonor's preparation suggests a conscious strategy to present a monarchy that is disciplined, educated, hardworking, and genuinely committed to service rather than privilege. Whether she succeeds in maintaining public support for the institution she will inherit remains to be seen, but her preparation has been nothing if not thorough. The photographs that document her journey serve as both historical record and ongoing narrative, showing a nation and the world how a 21st-century monarch is made. They reveal vulnerability alongside strength, youth alongside maturity, privilege alongside genuine effort. They ask us to consider what we demand of our leaders and whether we would be willing to accept the same scrutiny, preparation, and sacrifice we expect from them. As Spain looks toward its future, Princess Leonor stands at the intersection of tradition and change, embodying both the weight of history and the promise of renewal. Her training continues, each day adding another experience, another lesson, another step toward the throne that awaits her. So here's what we want to know from you. Do you believe traditional monarchies still have a place in modern democratic societies, or should Princess Leonor's generation be the last to inherit such positions?